Welcome to Sisters on Board. Today we'll be creating our Lucky Hat Shelf Sitter, a fun and festive project that's perfect for celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Let's begin by taking a look at the project pieces. For our signature line project, you'll receive your pieces organized on a colorway card. If your kit arrives shrink wrapped instead, you can simply sort the pieces onto painter's tape according to the color groups. We'll start by painting our white, titanium white sign that the number 17 will go on. And with some fairway green, we're just going to base coat our hat, the two pieces that go to the hat. And we base coat by dabbing our sponge into the paint and just lightly tapping. And this is especially important, for instance, on the number 17 sign and the shamrock, that you lightly dab over the engraved lines, and that way the paint won't go into your lines and it leaves the engraving intact. So the hat band and the shamrock are Hauser light green. The little heart is cherry red. The number 17, we're going to base coat in black. And your hat buckle is going to be a yellow or gold. And then we will go over everything one more time to make sure everything is base coated to our liking. Once everything is base coated, you can take everything off of the tape. The next step, and this is totally optional, is that we're going to dip our sponge into the paint. For instance, for the Hauser light green pieces, we will dip it into the fairway green, but you want to take off as much paint as you can so it's kind of a dry sponge. And you're just going to lightly dab on the edges, kind of at an angle, just to give it a little bit of a shaded look. And again, this is totally optional, but you're just lightly tapping. And it's best to start off light. You can always add more layers. And then we'll do the same thing on the white piece and the hat pieces, but this time we're using black instead of the fairway green. So you're just going to lightly dab along the edges of all your pieces where you want shading to go. So if you want it to just be on the upper corners of the hat and the sides of the hat, you could do that or go all the way around. The next step is to assemble our project together. So you're going to dab some glue dots onto your piece and line it up. Make sure it's even across the bottom. And then you add your Hauser light green hat brim. And it's best to start at the bottom and move your way up. And it just kind of builds the foundation. Add your white sign, the number 17, and then your little shamrock will go on the right and the belt buckle in the middle. And then once you get your shamrock on, you can add your little heart to the shamrock. The next step, and this is totally optional, the piece can be done at this point and it would look fantastic. But if you want to add some line work with a liner brush, you can take some watered down titanium white. I like to make it an inky texture, an inky consistency. and just add lines wherever you would like to add your lines. And then once you get all your lines done, you can take a stylus or a dotting tool. And I like to dip it into the white paint and then add 3 dots in a row. And the dots get smaller as you go, and it's kind of a cute effect. Add as many or as little dots as you want. And then once your piece completely dries, all those dots are dry, you can flip it over and add the backer pieces on. So you're going to dot your glue on and add the backer pieces. And then the slotted pieces, it's your choice whether you want to glue those in or just put them in when you're ready to display your project, and that way it lays flat. So thank you for painting along with us. We hope you enjoy creating your lucky hat shelf sitter and wish you a very happy St. Patrick's Day.